What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along today. The Champions League draw watch along. And you know what? I thought I'd get myself familiar with the Champions League again because I've got a feeling I'm going to be pretty close to this competition next season. But I said to myself, I'm going to try my best to not speak about Arsenal in the Champions League draw or in the Europa League draw watch along. I'm going to try and hold back my, excitement until 2 p.m. We got a busy day today. Champions League draw now, Europa League draw in an hour, Arsenal review show at 2 o'clock, and then I'm on Talkish Cheap on AFTV at 5 o'clock. So busy day. I am not going to try and talk about Arsenal too much because, I got a lot to say, so I'm going to save it. But big up everyone in the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. I know it's early, people. But I thought I would do this because, we got a lot of fans of other clubs in the community as well. And it's exciting, the draw, who you get. So, yeah, I'm going to try and hold back. One thing, I will just stand up. All right, I'll stand up. He said stand up if you're top of the league. That's all I'm going to do or say regarding Arsenal. Forget it. By the way, what a Sunday. But as well, I'm not even going to speak about the Sunday too much because... Again, I want to save it for the Arsenal show, people. It is what it is. I mean, if Carlsberg made weekends, that would be a weekend, but we're going to talk about it at 2 o'clock. Big up South London's finest. Big up Sidon. Hope you're well. Hope the big clubs play each other in the Europa League yet. What I'm going to do, because I think this draw goes on for about half an hour. So I'm just going to do half an hour, come off. We'll come back on at 12, do the Europa League. Obviously, Man United, I think, are the only English club in the Europa League draw, because Arsenal are not in this one. We actually missed this round because we won the group. So it's the last 32 stage now. We join in the last 16, people. Gabriel Jesus didn't make a call yesterday. Surely he sent the message, I'm sure. Big up Ramon, happy Monday. Carabo, big up the C unit. Beautiful background. I'm just getting used to it again, because I've got a feeling, like I said, I'm going to be pretty close to this. No, Southampton sacked their manager. They drew us 2 weeks back. That was a disappointing game that we should have beaten them. Abby, can you please show us the table? Listen, I'm gonna try and remain, I'm gonna remain neutral. This is a Champions League watch along. I will do all the trolling and everything regarding the weekend and Arsenal on 2 o'clock review show today, people. So. Let me just bring up the Champions League draw, people. These are the teams that are left. It's the last 16 of the Champions League. It's about to get exciting. Obviously, none of the English clubs can play against each other, people. So just bear in mind, with this draw, none of the English clubs can play against each other. In fact, you can't play against anybody from your own country. So... You've got Bayern Munich, Benfica, Chelsea, Club Brugge, Borussia Dortmund, Eintracht Frankfurt, Inter Milan, RB Leipzig, Liverpool, Manchester City, AC Milan, Napoli, PSG, Porto, Real Madrid, and Tottenham. So, in reality, I mean, England have got the most representatives. All four of the clubs that got into the group stage have all got through, which is, amazing. We're the dominant club of world football now. Germany have got 4 teams, in fact, as well. Not fair play. Germany, Bayern Munich, Dortmund, Frankfurt, and Leipzig. The Spanish teams have really, really failed in this Champions League. Barcelona being knocked out, Atletico Madrid being knocked out as well. Only Real Madrid, the only Spanish club that got through. Italian football having a bit of a renaissance, shall we say. I have to admit, growing up, I used to love watching Serie A. James Richardson with the ice cream on the table and the newspaper. Golazo! It wasn't a Saturday morning without hearing that in the household. But Napoli flying at the moment. They won their group as well. And obviously, Inter Milan and AC Milan got through as well. Benfica did well. Porto got through. PSG, I mean, could be a huge one for them. Obviously, the teams who came second in the group will go up against the teams that have finished first in the group. So I'm going to try and get another picture up so we can actually see who came second and who came first, so we know who can potentially play against each other. So the group winners were Napoli, Porto, Bayern Munich, Tottenham, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Man City, and Benfica. And then the runners-up were Liverpool, Bruges, Inter Milan, Frankfurt, AC Milan, Leipzig, Dortmund, and PSG. So, for example, Tottenham or Man City or Chelsea, they can't play against Liverpool, so they're going to get either Bruges, Inter Milan or AC Milan, Frankfurt, Leipzig, or Dortmund or PSG. Now, sorry to sound very selfish, I would love to see Spurs go and get PSG. Just from a purely selfish point of view. It would make great entertainment to see them play against them, and I think they would be out if they got them. Jashar said, big up Curtis right now, I'm believing, and I'm going to say it with chess, we are going to avoid relegation. We have a good chance of making the Europa League. That's an understatement. I see Man City v PSG, so can that happen? Man City, PSG, Man City versus Madrid. No, that can't happen. Liverpool came second, so Liverpool can get Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Porto, or Benfica. So it could be, we could get Liverpool against Real Madrid. We could get Chelsea or Man City or Tottenham against PSG, Dortmund. They would probably be the headline games, people. Bruges are the whipping boys. They've done well to qualify. Munich versus PSG would be fire. Mbappe versus Emerson. Spuds v PSG, please. I mean, listen, I'm trying to remain neutral in this, but yeah, I would love to see that. I can't lie, people. Can you imagine Mbappe against Chicken Royale? Oh, please. I would genuinely love to see that. Vieri and R9 at Inter. They were the good old days, man. Game on Gunners. Man's on early today. Is there still a 2 o'clock show? 100% there is a 2 o'clock show. Did you see them weekend results? As if I could stay away from a 2 o'clock show. I'm here now. Champions League draw. Quick half an hour. Then we're off. Back on at 12. Europa League draw. Then we're off again. Back on at 2. Arsenal review show. All kinds of trolling going to be going off in there, I'm afraid. And then 5 o'clock, I'm on AFTV for Talk is Cheap. So, yeah, keep it locked, people. You'll be sick of me by the end of today. Messi would score 10 goals against Spurs. Listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. If PSG get Tottenham, it's a hard game for both because I've watched PSG a number of times. I love watching them play. And I've got plans to go to one of their games after Christmas. I'm going to try and vlog it. I know somebody who works for PSG's YouTube. And listen, PSG are wide open defensively. That's the crazy thing about PSG. Going forward, they can rip you apart, but that front three give you absolutely nothing defensively. So they're always likely to score a lot of goals against you, but I always think they're going to concede. Martin saying, bin the neutral foolishness. All right. Let's get all the tin pots out, people. Let's go. I'm going to miss the Arsenal stream. We have power cuts. Big up El Marlo. Hope you're well. Hopefully you can catch up maybe later on and watch it on replay, but hope you're well, bro. Malaysian Guna, hard working. Big C, big up yourself. Got to be done. Ant said, busy day, keeping it moving. It's got to be done, people. It's got to be done. Sidon's back after a great weekend for him. I got to admit, Sidon, Leicester, they look like they're turning the corner. I always felt, in all honesty, that Leicester had too much quality to get relegated. And I do think Brendan Rodgers is a good manager, so I think they've probably made the right decision sticking with him. But we wouldn't mind taking Yuri Tielemans for 15 million in January. Maddison is a baller, by the way, as well. I can't lie. Absolute baller. Europa League is for the round of 32, so that draw will not include Arsenal. I believe the draw for the last 16 is not until February. So the Europa League draw at 12 o'clock will have nothing to do with Arsenal because we won the group. It's the Champions League dropouts who finished third in their group against the teams that finished second in the Europa League group. So Manchester United could potentially get Barcelona or Juventus. Which would be a very difficult draw for them. Curtis, PSG didn't keep a single clean sheet in the group games. Defensively, they're horrendous. They get no help from their front three. Their fullbacks bomb on, leave their centre-backs exposed. They're wild. It's all-out attack on FIFA. PSG is a cheat code. Sidon said, "Wow, fast is it? I don't know how you say the guy's name, the David Luiz lookalike, but Leicester fans are raving about him, saying he's an absolute monster. He's saying he's better than Fofana. Jesus. Maddison is on fire. Southgate won't take him because he's a fraud. Also, the Brazil squad has been leaked, although it's not official till about 12 or 1 o'clock. But rumours that only one of the 3 Arsenal Brazilians will be going to the World Cup. It looks as if Gabriel Jesus is the only one of the 3 that's going to make it. It hasn't been officially announced on the Brazil website yet, but there's been a leak from a journalist in Brazil who's listed the Brazil squad. There was no Martinelli and no Gabriel Magalhães in it. Gabriel Jesus was in it, but until it's official, you're never sure whether it's true or not. Zhao said that the journalist is not trustable, fair enough, so we'll have to see. Mustafa said that Faiz is a good defender. Yeehaw said, greetings from El Salvador, Central America. Big C, never miss your show. Really appreciate it. Why always me? You was right. He told me about Matoma, and then, I see him pop up at the weekend and do his thing. I really haven't noticed him for some. It's like I haven't heard his name. But yeah, man, all 3 goals for Brighton were his work. Maybe a player we should look at. Patrick Roberts, appreciate you tuning in. 6 o'clock in Jamaica. I have to get ready for work now while tuning into the best stream on YouTube. And as I said, 1,000 of you in the chat already. 28 of you on Twitch. We're going to be on 4 times today, so make sure you keep it locked. We're on live now. We're back on at 12 for the Europa League draw. We're back on at 2 for the Arsenal show. And I'm on AFTV at 5 for Talk is Cheap. So 4 different shows today. If you can, keep it locked in, people. The weather's a bit miserable here today in the UK, but it's still Monday. We're still blessed. We're still here. Let's keep moving and progressing, people. So big up to all of you. Jashar, big up, Curtis. The times are harder. You're still going to stream during the peak hours when people will be trying to get that energy bonus. Listen, man, streams have to run, brother. I'm telling you. I'm going to have to get busy during the World Cup transfer videos, World Cup watch-alongs, collabs. We're going to have to do all sorts of stuff. Ivan said, did you see Zaha's performance against West Ham? Listen, I mean, I'll be banging that drum again at 2 p.m, by the way. Zaha, very difficult to deal with yesterday and scored a goal. Right, we're underway, people. They are drawing the teams out of the pot. So I'm going to write them on the banner as we go, right? So the first team out is RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig will play. They can either play Napoli, Porto, Tottenham, Chelsea, Man City, or Benfica. So from a purely selfish point of view, I don't want to see Tottenham get Leipzig. I want them to get the hardest game possible. Or do they just, what are they doing? Do they just bring out all the group winners first? Why am I seeing it? Oh, Leipzig came second in their group. So this is now, who are they playing against? I'm confused here. Are they just drawing all of the... Oh, Leipzig have got Manchester City. Light work. Absolute light work for Pep. Leipzig v Man City is the first team out, people. And Pep will be loving that. That's light work for City, that. Club Brugge, the second team out. City will beat Leipzig. First game in Germany. Probably beat them. You know, Timo Werner. Bring them back to Manchester. Yeah, and Kunku and them are ballers. They're not going to live with City over 2 legs. Let's keep it 100, man. Club Brugge is the next team out, people. Club Brugge is the next team out. So we got Leipzig v Man City. And we've got Club Brugge against Benfica. Club Brugge v Benfica is the second team out, people. So none of the English... Well, City got an easy draw. It's an easy draw for Man City. They win that easily. Who's next, people? Liverpool. First English team out, people. First English team out. Great draw for Benfica. They're having a good season. this year. They've looked really good in the Champions League. So Liverpool are out, people. Liverpool can potentially get Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. They can't play Napoli. So they're either going to get Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, or Porto. They are the three possible teams for Liverpool. Who are Liverpool going to get next, people? Porto, probably the one they would want. Bayern Munich, Sadio Mane. And they have got Real Madrid. Liverpool against Real Madrid. Wow. Absolutely huge. Look at that guy's face. I don't know if that's the Liverpool guy or the Real Madrid guy. He is not happy. Liverpool against Real Madrid. Wow. First leg at Anfield. That is a big hitter going out. Jeez. Liverpool against Real Madrid, people. Absolutely huge game. Unbelievable. What a game that is. Liverpool against Madrid. Jeez. That guy on screen then looks so stressed. I don't know if that was Liverpool or if that, but they are not happy with that draw. Klopp's going to make excuses galore for this one. Mo Salah. Man said Po Pala. First leg's at Anfield, so I don't think Liverpool will beat them. You know, they need that second leg in front of the Kop. And here we go. Tottenham against... Is that Tottenham against AC Milan, people? Tottenham against AC Milan. Olivier Giroud tax. Olivier Giroud. Tottenham against AC Milan, people. They get away with one there. They didn't get PSG. Still a difficult game for them. Come on, Giroud. Do your thing, bro. Tottenham against AC Milan, people. Still a difficult game. First leg in Italy, though. Tomori. Who else they got? Giroud. Zlatan still out. Rafael Leao. I think Milan can beat Tottenham. It'll be a hard game, though. Second leg's in London. Come on, Olivier Giroud. Liverpool will be disappointed with their draw. Tottenham probably a little bit disappointed as well, but that stinky counter-attacking football. Lawrence said, can't lie, Spurs will win. It's a game. They'd be favourites for it, I think, Tottenham. I got to be honest. Eintracht Frankfurt will play Napoli. Eintracht Frankfurt against Napoli, people. Frankfurt v Napoli is the next one. Napoli will be delighted with that. They'll probably win that game. Borussia Dortmund out next. Real Madrid against Liverpool, people. What do you think of the draw so far? Could be Bayern v Chelsea, yeah. Big up, Clement. Good morning. Hope you're well. Napoli are going through. Yeah, Napoli are a dark horse this year. I think they could go quite far in the Champions League. Chelsea v PSG. Is that actually possible? Chelsea v PSG is possible, right? Yeah. Right, who we got? Chelsea are out. Chelsea are out. Who are they playing against? Chelsea. Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund against Chelsea. For me, I think Chelsea win that. I don't think Dortmund are that strong this year. Dortmund v Chelsea, people. So that's all the English teams, right? Dortmund against Chelsea, people. It looks like all the English clubs have avoided PSG. So we've got Liverpool against Real Madrid, AC Milan against Tottenham, Dortmund against Chelsea. The next match is Inter against Porto. So are we getting Bayern Munich? I think we're getting Bayern Munich against PSG. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Inter against Porto. Which means we are getting Bayern Munich against PSG. That is a mad game. Porto v Inter. And PSG against Bayern Munich. A big hitter going out of the competition this early. Mbappe and them boys going to have to turn up. That is a huge game. We've got some big games there, people. Real Madrid against Liverpool. Real Madrid against Liverpool. Probably the biggest game of the English clubs. Bayern Munich against PSG is an absolute monster clash. Leipzig against City, light work for Pep. I'm sorry. I know Nkunku and them guys are good, but they're not beating Manchester City over two legs. And with the second leg being in Manchester, Haaland, Haaland will smash them apart. You know, I'm sure he's bagged plenty of goals against them in the past as well. So, yeah, I don't see Leipzig being a problem. Liverpool, I think Liverpool are in big trouble. Going to be totally honest. I think Liverpool are in big, big trouble. I can't see Liverpool going to Madrid for the second leg and dealing with them. I can't see it. I think that's an extremely tough game. Just looking at the English clubs, let's be honest. How many of these English clubs are getting through? Man City are through, in my opinion. It pains me to say, I think Tottenham will scrape past AC Milan. I don't think Milan are great. But they've got a chance. If Milan can perform in the home leg, go away from home, maybe. Dortmund against Chelsea. I think Chelsea beat Dortmund. I don't really think Dortmund are up to much this year. Man said, sorry, Dortmund, I'm back and I'm blue. Nothing personal. He's going to have to do it again. I think 3 of the 4 English clubs will probably get through. People saying, South London saying Madrid can be toothless up front without Benz. He's had injury problems. If he's not fit, I think Liverpool would have a chance. If he's fit, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Benzi, I'm not sure, man. Madrid are top of the league as well. Big up Buenos Aires, Guna. 5:20 in the morning on your way to work. Really appreciate you tuning in. Chelsea, I think they turned Dortmund over quite comfortably, especially in that second leg. The only hope Dortmund have got, they've got to roll Chelsea over in the home game. And I've got to be honest, even though Chelsea I thought were pretty poor against Arsenal yesterday, I don't think Dortmund have got enough to beat Chelsea over 2 legs. Liverpool will be devastated with that draw. Let's be honest. That's what happens when you finish second. You allow this to happen to you. Real Madrid, first knockout stage. Liverpool fans will be devastated. Bro, you go to work too damn early. Hey, not always. Not always. Like I said, I'm going to have a little half an hour break, people. And I'll be back at 12 o'clock for the Europa League draw. And then 2 o'clock for the Arsenal show that we're going to do. Europa League draws at 12-ish. So I'm going to come off in about 5 minutes. And I'll be back at 5 to 12. Yasir said, big up Curtis, you are a legend. Appreciate it, bro. But yeah, what an interesting Champions League draw, people. The headlines of that Champions League draw. Liverpool play against Real Madrid. Absolutely massive game for Liverpool. They will be devastated with that, if we're being totally honest. Let me just share a different screen. I've got a picture now with the whole draw. And Bayern Munich against PSG, people, which I'm sure PSG will not be happy with that. We're going to lose a big, big couple of teams in the early stages. Is this Manchester City's year, people? Is this Manchester City's year with Liverpool or Real Madrid being knocked out straight away, PSG or Bayern Munich being knocked out? If I was going to predict now, I would say out of them games, I would say Manchester City will go through. I reckon Benfica go through. I reckon Real Madrid get through. I'm going to be honest, I think Tottenham will scrape by AC Milan. I think Napoli beat Frankfurt. Chelsea beat Dortmund. I reckon Inter beat Porto. PSG Bayern Munich's a hard one because they've got no striker, Bayern Munich, really, but their front line is so lively with Mane and Sané and Gnabry. I like PSG just because of the front three. But the second leg's in Germany as well. I'm not sure. That's a hard one to call, that last one. I honestly struggle to call that. PSG, they're going to have to beat Bayern Munich in the first leg in France with the fans behind them. If they don't beat Bayern Munich in France, they will go out. We need to face Shakhtar just for the PCN banter. Can you imagine? I actually want to see us play Mudryk. I actually hope PSG do well this year just because I love Messi and I love Neymar and I love Mbappe. I think City will be absolutely delighted with that draw. Getting rid of PSG or Bayern and getting rid of Liverpool or Real Madrid is magnificent for them. Benfica are having a fantastic year. A lot of heritage, a lot of history, great atmosphere at their ground. We saw it the other year when we played them. But Curtis, Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. Listen, if they go to Milan, and Milan are at it, Rafael Leao, Giroud, you know, they got good players, Tonali in that midfield, and Tottenham sit back and stink out the place, they could rip them apart in the first leg. Again, that's one of them where, for me, Milan have to beat Tottenham in Italy. If it's a draw or something like that, they'll stink out the place back in London. Babushka said City are not beating either PSG or Bayern Munich should they get to the finals. PSG are going out to Bayern. Giroud, said Luke. Olivier Giroud. We'll all be supporting AC Milan that night. And listen, looking forward to some great watch-alongs. Obviously, for the content, I'm delighted to see, you know, Liverpool against Real Madrid. That's an amazing watch-along. PSG, Bayern Munich, and they're the headline games, really, aren't they, out of the two? And obviously, we'll probably do AC Milan as well. Olivier Giroud, FC people. Listen, short and sweet today. 1,200 of you in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be back in 35 minutes. Europa League draw at 12 o'clock. And we'll see who Manchester United get. Let's see if they get. They could potentially get Barcelona or Juventus. So join me again at 12 o'clock for the Europa League draw. If not, I'll be back on at 2 o'clock for the Arsenal review show. And I am going to be trolling, that is for sure. So, people, thank you very much for tuning in. Lick that like button and subscribe. And I'll see you in about half an hour. Take care, people. Bless.